students. Today I am going to discuss a common topic. It will be helpful for standard 10 and 12 also. This topic is included in 10th and 12 also. That is total internal reflection. Total internal reflection. First of all, let us define it. What is total internal reflection? As here we have written, when the light is traveling in a medium of higher refractive index and is incident on the boundary of another medium of lower refractive index at an angle greater than the critical angle, then light ray returns back into the same denser medium. This phenomenon is called as total internal reflection. Here I am going to explain you with the help of a ray diagram. Here we have considered this line is medium interface. It is nothing, it is not the reflector or anything, it is the medium separator. Medium separator, or you can say medium interface. This is medium interface. We have considered here above this, the medium is rarer, means refractive index less, and here it is the medium is denser, means refractive index more. So the denser medium has refractive index mu1 and rarer medium has refractive index mu2. This is the symbolized, and mu1 is greater than, here mu1 is greater than mu2. Mu1 is denser medium, and here in the denser medium there is a source of light placed here. So from this source of light ray will be emitted out in all direction, and it is moving along this direction, and so this will be called as ray, and it falls on the denser boundary of the another medium. As it is perpendicular, so it will pass out. Now another light ray is taken along this direction. What will happen? You draw here a perpendicular. This will be angle of incidence. What will happen? It will bend as it is moving from denser to rarer, so it will bend away from the normal. It will bend away from the normal along this direction, not along this straight line. It will bend towards this, and this one is called angle of refraction. Previously here it is refraction, not reflection. Refraction is taking place. Now go on increasing the angle of incidence. Now here angle of incidence is increased. This is I1. Now what will happen? It will this angle is such that the light ray will more get deviated from the normal, and it will graze here. Here it is grazing. It is 90 degree. Here it is the angle of refraction is 90 degree. Till now in situation 1 and in situation 2 you can see there is a refraction. Here only things are different, that the light ray is not moving in second medium, it moves on the boundary of the two medium. If you take the intermediate, what will happen? It will move in air. If you take here, it will move in air like this. But second situation I have taken, that I1 is such that the refraction is maximum and the angle of refraction becomes 90 degree. At that time it is grazing. As the angle of refraction is 90 degree, at that time angle of incidence, this is called as critical angle. This is called as critical angle. Critical angle is the angle of incidence in the denser medium for which angle of refraction becomes 90 degree. This is called as critical angle. So in the definition we have used here the angle greater than critical angle. So now the third situation we are taking here, which is this one is a angle I3, and I3 is greater than I1, angle I1, and therefore what will happen, it will not move in the second medium, it will reflected back in the same denser medium, and it will be equal to I2 I3 also, as it will follow the laws of reflection, as it is reflecting, returning back in the same medium, so it is reflecting, and therefore this is the situation of total internal reflection. This is situation of total internal reflection, TIR. This is TIR. Now I am going to further use Snell's law for this. Now using Snell's law, that means second law of refraction, sin I by sin R is equal to mu 2 by mu 2 by mu 1. Mu 2 by mu 1. We are writing here mu 2 by mu 1. Now we are taking for this situation, second situation, for the light ray grazing the surface. At that time, what will happen? I will be equal to I1 and R will be equal to 90 degree. So what will happen? Sin I1 by sin 90 degree is equal to mu 2 by mu 1. So sin 90 is equal to 1, its value will become 1. So we can write sin I1 is equal to mu 2 by mu 1, and I1 in this case is called as IC. This is critical angle. This is termed as critical angle. Now here it is critical angle. Therefore the sin IC is equal to mu 2 by mu 1. This is the expression for the critical angle, mu 2 by mu 1. If mu 2 the second medium, you can see here second medium is air. If it is air, then mu 2 is equal to 1. This will be for air, and at that time mu 1 will be written like mu. So we can write here sin IC is equal to 1 by mu. We can use this formula also, and therefore mu is equal to 1 by sin IC. We can write this also. So this is the relationship between refractive index of denser medium and a critical angle. We have derived here relationship with the relationship between refractive index of denser medium and critical angle. Now we can see where total internal reflection is utilized. In a sparkling of diamond is a sparkles when light falls on it. When very small amount of light is falling on the diamond, then it becomes bright. Why? The diamond sparkles due to the total internal reflection. When light enters into the diamond, light gets multiple times of total internal reflection. My dear students, in total internal reflection, energy of the light ray do not diminish. As we know, when light travels from different medium, some part of the light energy is absorbed and it becomes dimmer. As you can see from glass, the sunlight entering into your house from the window of glass, then you can see the intensity of that light reduces. But in total internal reflection, the intensity, the energy of the light does not reduces. So a sparkling of diamond is due to total internal reflection. Today is the now the second application, it is applied in optical fiber. My dear student, as you know, today is the age of communication system. So optical fiber is used in communication system. As you know, geo fiber works on optical fiber. So optical fiber is made up of two types of materials, transparent materials. One is dense and other is rarer. And when light ray enters into the optical fiber, it gets totally internally reflected back, and thus they are without losing any energy. The light can be propagated, transmitted to a long distance through the optical fiber. Thank you.